Thank you for tuning into our podcast. We are coming to you from South Hadley, Massachusetts. I am your host, Carrie, and joining me is Holyoke's very own local historian and creator of the historical tours of Greater Holyoke, Robert Cumlow. He offers both public and private tours, as well as presentations of the local canal systems, reservoirs, cemeteries, and churches, as well as various parks and streets in Holyoke, South Hadley, and Chicopee, Mass. Now you actually lead these tours and give these presentations yourself, is that correct?
That's right, and this is part of the High Street tour.
So today I'll be talking about the Guyott House Hotel. So tell us of the Guyott House Hotel.
On High Street, on its eastern edge, there's the Guyott building and the Guyott Hotel. Both of them were built by two brothers, Theodore and Victor Guyott, and one was made to be a place that would have a store on the ground floor, and then above it apartments. And the other one, the one inside of that one, was designed to be a hotel. And that could definitely happen in a good way because it was very close to the theater district of the Empire and Grand Theaters, one half a block upwards. And these two brothers ran these places very successfully. They were made, the first in 1886 and then the second in 1892. The Guyott building is at 324 to 6 High Street and the hotel at 328 to 330. Okay, so what we're going to cover today is who was there through the years, and we're going to talk about the modern occupants and what should maybe be done to these places.
And tell us of the occupants of the Guyott through the years.
Okay, so it was run by the Guyott brothers, and then they started up in 1886 and 1892, and they ran it quite successfully. In 1920, the hotel part was changed into a lunch counter called the Waldorf Lunch, and the store level was changed into a Holyoke jewelry store, where they sold jewelry, silverware, so forth. And if you look at the buildings, there's still the original look to them. They were both 3 floors, and believe it or not, in the 1890s, there was a bottling company in the hotel one. And by the 1900s, they had changed over to a different kind of design because the Guyott brothers had died. And they changed the ground floor into 2 storefronts. And then above that was, one was a hotel and the other was apartments. And then by the 1930s and 40s, it was now a restaurant and a store. And then even by the 50s, 60s, 70s, both were stores. So it was quite a big changeover through the years. It changed as society kept going through. Now, the Guyott brothers, they ran their hotel there, but they also ran a place where they sold off alcohol, and that included lots of different beers, wines, and liquors, cigars, so forth. So they were really into that high-level theater things, being a hotel and this fine-level things. A lot of people would come here after the theater and have an hour or two celebrating.
And quickly before we continue with the rest of our interview, just to fill our listeners in, if you want to sign up for any of his various tours or check out any more information, check out his website at holyokecanaltour.org. And there he has both videos of the various stops along each tour and also past and present photos of the historical sites throughout as well. And if you're interested in setting up a private tour, you can email him directly at bobcat4214, capital B, at yahoo.com. And they are perfect for fun educational outdoor activities for the whole family or for your group parties, especially those special occasions and get-togethers. And they are also good for getting outdoors for the day. So getting back to our interview, tell us about Paper City Fabrics.
All right, Paper City Fabrics has come into the ground floor, and they're going to try to be a company that sells old fabrics that have never been used but have been bought already, and they've been voluntarily given to this company. They're also going to have sewing classes, and they're going to try to be a specialty location. Especially, they're going to try to make it where you can make custom-made dresses for theater productions, musical productions, so forth. And they're doing a great job of taking the old floor out, which had been changed to a luncheon style in the 1920s, and they found below that a gorgeous floor. And they're taking the paint off the mahogany walls and get it back to the original mahogany. And they're taking the ceiling that was put in front of the tin ceiling off, and so it reveals the tin ceiling. So a lot of work and money is being put into this place. And the building next to it is also being changed over. It's been bought out, and they want to change it into a storefront. This is the more ornate of the two buildings. This is the Guyott building, and it's quite gorgeous looking on the outside, and it's being fixed up to be much better looking inside. And they also want to do a store and apartments above it. And so both of them are undergoing lots of work. You don't get to see this work, but lots of changes in the store, and it's probably both going to open sometime this year.
And what should be done with the outsides of the building?
Well, both surely deserve a Community Preservation Act grant where they can restore the outside to its original look. And if they do that, another part of High Street will get a gorgeous look to it. Too much of High Street has lost that gorgeous appeal look to it. For instance, the second Guyott building, the one from 1892, is in a Romanesque revival fashion. It's almost to the equivalent of Richardsonia's Romanesque. It wasn't done by him for sure, but someone surely used his style with deeper windows and a nice, beautiful topping to the roof. And this building deserves to be restored all the way back to its original look. The storefront on it is pretty modern looking. I'm pretty sure there's a nicer background to it. The Guyott Hotel next to it is already had its first floor revived both inside and outside, but also it could use a revival or renovation on its top two floors. So hopefully this will be done.
So thank you, Robert, for educating us on your tours, and we want to thank our listeners again for tuning in, and you can tune into a large selection of our other podcasts and much more. Again, at his website, that's hoyokenautour.org. And to inquire about anything else or sign up for any of his private tours, you can email him directly at bobcat4214, capital B, @yahoo.com.